Welcome to Movie Life Crisis. Join us as we watch the best movies from 30 years ago.
Olympic star Doug Dorsey's the best hockey player in America, and he's about to retire. Kate Mosley was America's sweetheart.
Until Hercules here learns how to lock his grip, this will have to do.
For both of them, the Olympics had become a faraway dream.
Here, you try.
Until someone
Those are figure skates, pal.
set up the ultimate blind date.
Who the hell do you think you are?
I'm a guy who came a long way from lunch.
Please don't let me keep you from the trough.
Enough!
The king of the rink and America's ice queen just became a team.
Dorsey and Mosley, the American Olympic team's best shot at the goal.
You're falling for him.
Oh, that's crazy. In case you've missed it, I am throwing myself at you. Get out of my way.
No problem. I've been practicing that move for a year and a half.
D.B. Sweeney,
Man, would I love to see you play hockey.
Moira Kelly,
Any day.
The Cutting Edge.
It's not like his nose was perfect.
Oh man, CNC Music Factory, backing it up.
The Cutting Edge, Season 2, Episode 7, Movie Life Crisis. The Cutting Edge, not Cutting Edge, we figured out. Man, I love how all these trailers, the freaking movie trailer voice guys in there so hard.
One man, one desire.
One desire. Every time I edit a trailer, I'm like, movie guys,
Yeah.
just freaking, that dude was doing work. He must have been making like $9 million a year.
I used to know that guy's name, but it's gone now.
It's gone now, and he died anyway, so I don't think he cares.
He definitely does.
Yeah, Season 2, Episode 7, Movie Life Crisis. This is the end of the first quarter of this year's episodes by our spreadsheet. 7 down, 18 to go.
That's way more than I thought we were. Like, I guess I didn't picture it in my head how many we'd be actually doing.
Yeah, so, and that being the case, I don't know if anyone new is listening or if it's just the same old people. Either way, welcome, we love you. But I thought I would reintroduce some of the stuff for people that maybe have not been listening with us since the beginning.
Good call.
The podcast here is Movie Life Crisis. I'm JT. With me is Jeff. We're old friends, both old and friends. Old, comma, friends. And old friends.
Yes, both.
And we're watching movies from 30 years ago that we watched when we were kids, now that we're old. So last year, Season 1, we did 1991. This year, Season 2, we're doing 1992.
Awesome.
We also have top secret plans to release bonus content from Season 1 BC, which would be 1990, that I think we're going to do like maybe on Patreon for subscribers or for members, whatever you call them.
It's not a secret anymore then, is it?
It's not a secret anymore.
I have an itch so private. Yeah, not anymore, itchy butt lady. That's all over the news. Like,
It really is nothing but an excuse for us to talk about movies outside of 1992. We want to start going backwards. So 1990, I think, is what we're going to start with. I was thinking Season 1 BC. I was thinking, is it BC is like before City Slickers?
Before City Slickers.
Before Episode 1 City Slickers. But yeah, so we'll announce that at some point. But for now, it's top secret. Don't tell anybody.
Don't say a word.
But yeah, that's what the show is about. That's who we are. And we'll start it off with the review that someone left us because it's awesome. And we always read good reviews. So this is a 5-star review from Apple. It says, this podcast is such a fantastic look back. While the movie reviews are on point and give you a very insightful dive into the movies I grew up with, the best part's being pulled into reliving your own memories with these reviews. I appreciate the chemistry and the banter being completely natural. I find myself laughing along when they're having full laughing fits as well. I especially appreciate that these guys speak in movie quotes that I've used my entire life that are becoming less relevant by the day. Keep up the good work.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. That is awesome.
My wife hates that I speak in movie quotes, so...
Finally, it's coming in handy after decades of people going like, what the hell are you guys talking about?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, even back in the day, we'll all go out to eat and we're all talking in movie quotes and comedy hours.
And Simpsons quotes.
Yeah, and while people have no idea, like, what we're actually talking about, it's still fun, right?
Yeah,
we're having
absolutely.
Fun.
We're having a blast.
They're having fun because we're having fun, right?
Yes, exactly. One would hope.
Yes.
I'm trying to make. I want the podcast to be like Oprah. Like, you don't care what the guest is, you just like Oprah. So hopefully, eventually, we like. I don't think we're gonna get Oprah money, but if we get like Oprah's couch money, I'd be very happy.
We're not going to get Oprah money because we're not Oprah.
We're definitely not Oprah. Okay, so this movie we're doing is The Cutting Edge, classic 1992 movie about figure skating. Moira Kelly, D.B. Sweeney. Why was the movie chosen? I don't know. I just loved it when I was a kid, and so when we started looking at 1992 movies, and I saw this one was 1992, it immediately went on my list.
Yeah, Kat got super stoked when she heard. She was like, I cannot believe y'all are doing this. It's Liz's favorite movie, her sister. Like, shit, it's fantastic. She was so excited.
Yeah, I was too. This was one, like, we got a couple that we're going to do that it's like, hey, this is cool. This will be fun to like. We're going to do Captain Ron next week. That's fine. It'll be fun to watch Captain Ron. But Cutting Edge, I was like, oh, yes, I cannot wait to watch that.
I feel that way about Captain Ron, though, to be honest.
Yeah, that's perfect. I love that. All right, next thing we'll do before we get started is we do a weekly Name That Tune segment where I pick a song from the year of the season, this 1992, from the Billboard Top 100. Jeff does not know what song I'm going to pick, and I play it for him, and we try to see if he can guess it because he's weirdly Rain Man good at it. Even though he's not going to get this one, I feel pretty sure.
Yeah, of course, not now. He's never missed a kick the whole season.
Nothing so loud. When we lie, truth is not kind.
The air outside so soft. Dude, I don't know. Freaking, I'm going to say Runaway Train, but that's not right. Hang on. Gin Blossom, Stone Temple Pilots, all those people sound the same to me.
It's the early 90s soft rock. This is Toad the Wet Sprocket, All I Want.
Toad the Wet Sprocket! Feel this way. Yeah, Johnny's going to be super mad I missed that.
Yeah.
That's Johnny's red truck right there. I can remember him saying, dude, pull out Toad the Wet Sprocket and put that CD in.
I remember even in 1992 being like, this music Toad's the Wet Sprocket, turn it off. Not really, that song's good, and they have some other good songs, but it's definitely that Stone Temple Pilots Jen Blossom category.
God, I can't believe Toad the Wet Sprocket. Why? That's like one of the ones you should remember.
I know.
It's a stupid name. Damn it!
That's a perfect one because that's a very memorable song that I knew you wouldn't know.
Yeah, but I was like singing along. I knew the song. God, what was the name? What was the name of it?
All I Want.
All I Want.
Most people that were alive in 1992, I could play like the beginning of High Five. She's playing Hard to Get, and they wouldn't know. But you and I will know that in 2 notes, so that's not a challenge.
Right.
So like, and that's how it is.
Right,
like the 92 is like Mariah Carey, Boyz II Men, Babyface, Whitney Houston, High Five.
All the stuff we listen to. Right.
Like 40 of the top 100 are instant cross-offs because you'll know it immediately. So I'm choosing from stuff that I don't think that you'll know.
Man, I'm mad. I missed that. That's I let Roger down too. That's what really hurts the most.
That's the hard part. Roger is so excited about how good Jeff is at this. It's tough to disappoint. All right, The Cutting Edge. Quick synopsis.
The Cutting Edge. A temperamental figure skater and a former hockey player try to win Olympic gold as a figure skating pairs team.
Yep, there it is. Moira Kelly, the spoiled brat. D.B. Sweeney, the toothless hockey player.
Who I will now call great value Paul Rudd.
Who's not toothless, by the way.
Yeah, he's not toothless.
But he's a hockey player.
Yeah, he is.
This movie is a romantic comedy. I wasn't sure how to I mean, obviously it's funny and there's romance, but it's just a figure skating movie.
There's other movies that are figure skating movies, like is the one with Will Ferrell? Is that one of
Blades of Glory?
Blades of Glory. That's a figure skating movie. That's a comedy.
That's a figure skating movie. That's a comedy. I don't think that's a romantic comedy.
This is definitely a romantic comedy.
This is a romantic comedy. And we'll get to it when we talk about whether this movie could be remade. But man, I love romantic comedies. I miss romantic comedies. This is a great one.
Nice. Yeah, I'm with you.
$3 million budget, grossed $25 million on the year 1992.
Criminy.
Which is a travesty, honestly, because Blades of Glory, the Will Ferrell movie from 2007,
yeah.
Guess what the gross was on that?
$100 million. I have no
145 million.
Jeez, that's like peak Will Ferrell though. He could have made whatever he wanted, and
he was making whatever he wanted. He made like Blades of Glory and Semi Pro, and people were like, "Yeah, here's $200 million at the box office for this completely stupid movie." Meanwhile, we got Cinematic Gold, The Cutting Edge, that made a meager $25 million.
Yeah, but that's $25 million in 1992 bucks.
I'm not saying I would turn down $25 million. I'm just saying I thought this movie would. It's kind of like when we did My Cousin Vinny. I was mad at the gross from 1992.
But again, I think this one's one of those ones that's like it's good. People know it from afterwards.
Oh yeah, I think this thing was huge on freaking TBS and like at Blockbuster for years and years and years.
VHS, right? Yeah, it is.
Awards? Did you find any awards?
No, I didn't see any awards. I looked.
Sequel spinoffs, I did find quite a few. There were 3 straight-to-video sequels made starting in 2006 up through 2010.
Yes.
I was shocked to find that 15 years ago they started cranking out cutting-edge sequels out of nowhere. Whose idea was that?
Somebody who had a twinge of nostalgia and said, oh man, I used to love this movie. Now I'm finally, 45 and have enough money to produce it. Let's make another one.
Yeah, whatever studio had the rights or was like, hey, let's fire up a couple cutting edge sequels. No one remembers it, and let's put people no one's ever heard of in it, and let's run it straight to video.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Did you see any of those?
No. Good God, I didn't know they existed until 2 days ago.
No, I didn't either. I put those in the Sharknado pile. I don't know anything about them.
Yeah. Do you remember when and where you first saw this movie?
I am like 99% sure this is a sitting at home with my sister watching this on VHS.
Yeah.
I didn't see this in the theater.
Me neither. Yeah, I'm positive this was a rental.
Isn't, oh my God, please somebody bring me and drop me off by Cuckoo's and then come back and pick me up after we watch it. Like that's not this movie.
It's funny, man. For as much as I loved movies, even at this stage of my life, I feel like I didn't see that many in theaters until I got to be like in high school and had a driver's license, and then I went all the time.
Right. Yeah, I could see that.
In a couple of years when we get to this movie seasons that took place when we were in high school, there's going to be a bunch of way better memories. But these ones, I'm too young. I'm 12. I can't drive. Like, the answer is Blockbuster is where I saw it.
Yeah, I started thinking about that the other day. Like, I don't know that we'll be making this podcast when we hit, like, 1999. But that was when it was, like, I would get off of work and go by myself to the movies that night and just go see whatever's playing. Like, I was seeing all.
We're definitely going to do it until 1999 because High Fidelity is in 1999. And it's one of the movies of this decade I most want to talk about.
I'm sure we'll both be around in 99, right?
Dude, you got nothing else to do in 99 and 2029.
Right, 2029.
Yeah.
Oof, that sounds weird to say.
Yeah, dude, you'll be 50. Fucking, it happens. What'd you rate this one? We rank movies on a scale of 1 to 10. We don't allow any 7s. And we rank in chimmy dogs because the Mexican restaurant outside of the movie theater where we grew up had an item on the menu that was called a chimmy dog, which was a hot dog wrapped in a tortilla and then deep fried, served with a dipping cheese. That was only on the kids menu. That if you asked nicely, you could make them serve you even as an adult.
And charge you an adult price.
This item still exists in the one remaining Cuco's restaurant somewhere in Alabama. At some point, this podcast will be so big, we'll have a big gathering at that Cuco's in Alabama, and we'll all eat chimmy dogs. But probably not.
And then we'll stop off at the Sack of Suds on the way home.
Get a can of tuna.
And buy some tuna. And steal it. We'll steal it in our jacket. All right, so I gave it 6 chimmy dogs because I couldn't give it a 7.
Yeah.
And I wasn't feeling 8. My whole family was like, say 8. They were cheering it on. They loved it. They were so excited about this movie. And I liked it. I actually think I liked it more than I thought I remembered liking it. But I still gave it a 6. And again, this is that thing for me where I'm just like, well, I can't get everything a 10. But I like I didn't think about anything else when I was watching this movie. You know how I roll? Like, I go to the show and I don't have to think about life or doing dishes or friggin' making lunches for 2 hours. I'm excited. So I like everything. But this, I just gave a 6 because now I'm turning into, I don't know, Siskel and Ebert. I have no idea. Now I'm like looking for stuff to get mad at.
All right, that's awesome. This is going to be, I think, our biggest difference in the ratings since, I don't know, maybe, I think Hook was probably our biggest gap. And for the same reason, a huge nostalgia bump for me here. I went 9. There's nothing about this movie I didn't like.
9?
I loved it.
Man.
It was super funny. It was well directed. It was well acted. Like, it was great dialogue, great characterizations. I love D.B. Sweeney. I love Moira Kelly.
I agree. I liked all those people, and those things were great. Just know that when you ask me, unless I'm super pissed when we first start out making this, every movie's getting a 10, but I got to bump it down in my head, and I'm only basing it on all the other movies we're doing this year.
You rank it wherever you want. It doesn't matter to me. It can be 2, and you can still say, like, I liked it. I enjoyed the whole time. I gave it a 2 out of 10. I don't care. Like, this movie I enjoyed so much that when I finished watching the movie and I started pulling together the materials for the podcast, like on YouTube, you'll see, like, it'll be like, hey, there's 10 scenes from The Cutting Edge. And I'll go, I would watch it again. I would start it again right now. Because the scenes on YouTube made me go like, I love that part. I would just run it one more time right now.
You liked it a lot more than me. That's yeah. No, look again. I liked it.
I like figure skating. Back when I used to watch the Olympics, which I don't anymore, I always thought the figure skating was fun. I don't know anything about figure skating. I don't understand it, but I've always thought it was interesting.
So I've always thought it was interesting also, but my big thing about figure skating and Olympic sports like that, it's always been to me, stick it, where they're talking about how they run down the thing, spring off the board, hit the pommel horse, fly up through the air and land. The fact that they were able to do that, it seems like they should get some points. And I guess they do. But then like if they land a certain way, it's wrong. Like, I don't know. It's hard for me to pick something where it's a bunch of judges nitpicking how people do stuff. Oh, they didn't smile enough. So you have to smile, but it can't be a fake smile. It's got to be a real smile. And that's why East German judges gave her a 6.8.
Yeah. Any sport where there are judges is kind of confusing for me. Like even boxing, it's like, oh, well, that guy, he didn't get as many points in that round. I'm like, isn't it one guy knocks the other guy out and that's the winner? Why is there a judge? Why does someone have to keep scoring?
See, but even boxing though, there's 3 people and they're scoring like how many like punches are being landed, right? Isn't that how boxing scores work?
I mean, that's one of the things that they watch for, but I don't know. I don't think that's the only thing. But yeah, but it's like, hey, if it's track, it's like one guy finished first or one girl finished first. Right. That person wins. Everybody can understand that. But it's like you're watching synchronized swimming. You're like, I don't know why one team's better than the other. I can't tell what's going on.
Yeah, unless it's one of my favorite teams scoring a goal basket unit. I have no idea how do you make points in any of these things.
Yeah, but like, I actually thought about like trying to come up with a figure skating quiz for you, just to, like name figure skating moves. But I came up with like I was trying to do it in my head. I was like double axle, triple axle. I don't think I know anymore. I'm like, I know in your car if you go from a double axle to a triple axle, it costs you more to go through a toll booth. But I don't think it's the same. But I don't know any more moves.
What about the Pamchenko? I know about the
Pamchenko twist. Yeah, I don't think that's a real thing.
I don't know if we should wait to talk about it. But the fact that he threw her in the air and then also caught her. I was like, what's going on? That's a travel.
That's some Passenger 57 physics right there, where the freaking stair truck just fell over and exploded.
It's filled with dynamite.
All right, whatever. Best scenes. What's your first best scene?
All right, first best scene is when they're in the bar. She's never had a drink her entire life. She's kind of stuck up. She's kind of stuffy. She only figure skates her whole life.
Yes.
And she goes out drinking for the first time. And they're doing shots of, I assume, tequila, yeah?
Yeah, they're doing like the world's most complicated tequila shots where it's like, oh, you lick your wrist and then you pour some salt on it and then you lick the salt and then you take the tequila shot and then you have the lemon. It's like the most complicated shot that there is.
Who licks the wrist? Like I've seen people lick like their hand, like the spot between their index finger and their thumb, right. Whatever that's called. I've seen them do it there. I've seen it do it on like a hooker's chest.
Yes.
But I've never seen it like where it's like the bottom of the wrist where like you cut if you get stuck watching this movie too many times. Like they were licking the bottom of their wrist and then it was just awkward looking. But that was my favorite part. She looked like a friggin' woolly mammoth bear, like dancing in that big fur coat, and he was like cool with it at first, and then he was just like rolling his eyes. Like
she had a giant fur coat. She looked like she was in The Revenant.
Yeah. Yes,
I had that scene captured, but not on my best because if you've never drank before, why would you go like, hey, let's start with super complicated tequila shots? And also, I wasn't sure if do people still do that when they drink tequila? I have friends who drink tequila, but like we're grown ups, so we can afford like nice tequila. But you don't need to have like a whole procedure to make sure that you don't taste it.
Right, you just drink it.
Yeah, like you just put it over ice and you just sip on it. So I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I remember doing that like in college where it's like someone's playing loud CNC Music Factory and like where the tequila comes out of a plastic bottle that's at room temperature. But like she's rich. Why would they drink that tequila?
You just described that guy. Do you remember before we got married and we're all at Superior
Yes.
Grill? And everybody's out, and then they found out that Kat and I were getting married, and they brought the 2 like very large glasses and said like, "These are tequila shots for the wedding. You got to drink them." It tasted like gasoline. It was horrible.
It's When I lived in New Orleans after college, an intern, Mike Jones, lived in Baton Rouge, and he would come to New Orleans on the weekends and we'd hang out. And we would go to a pizza joint like at noon. And just because we thought it was funny to like clown the waitress, we would ask them to bring us room temperature tequila shots. Like we would specify like, hey, do you have any tequila that's not chilled? Could you bring us a shot of that? Like at like Saturday at like 11:45.
So gross.
It was horrible. I hated it, but we did it every time. And we, as typical me and intern Mike Jones, we thought it was hilarious. And I don't think anyone else knew that it was ever a joke.
Right. So what's your first best scene?
My first scene is the intro. Like it starts in like the 88 Olympics in Calgary or wherever. And she's skating with her partner at the time. And then he's like hungover and he's slept with some chick and he's late for his hockey game in the Olympics. And like they run into each other and she's a jerk to him. But like it set up both characters beautifully. Like you can tell she's a spoiled princess. He is a jackass. And then he goes and plays hockey and he gets injured and she falls off her partner and doesn't win a medal. And so like in the first 4 minutes, you know exactly what's going on with both of them.
Right, you did. And you can tell like it was like a warm up or something in the very beginning, right? And she was like causing a scene about being prissy.
Yeah, she's like shouting at her coach and he's shouting at her like during the warm ups. It's in the trailer that we played.
Right.
Like, yes, she's difficult.
Yeah, she's difficult for sure. Yeah, I like that part. I like the fact that he was running with no shirt, a pair of jeans, and then he had like dress shoes. And all I can think of is like the only people I know that still wear like jeans with shiny dress shoes are people that are like grew up in the 90s, like people that are like old, like 20s, people that were 20s in the 90s. In their 20s and the 90s, that's who still wear dress shoes with jeans.
I liked how like pre 9/11 and pre like the Atlanta Olympics like bombing, like the Olympic security is not super tight. Like he like runs past the security guard, just shouts his name, and the guy's like, "All right, whatever, man. See you later."
Yeah, they're not paying me. I'm an intern. My name's Mike Jones. Keep going. Who were they playing in the Olympics? The United States.
I don't know.
They played the West Germans.
The West Germans, right? Oh yeah, I was going to ask you to explain to people who don't remember why was there a West Germany?
There was a West Germany because in World War II, Germany caused all the problems, so they broke them up into two pieces. West Germany was like the Western countries, United States and the likes, and then the Eastern people were communists.
And they were separated by the Berlin Wall.
Berlin Wall, yeah. And now that's not a thing. They tore the Berlin Wall down, and everybody's all one big Germany again.
Yes, it was one big happy reunification of Germany, which happened at some point in the 90s. I don't know.
90, 92, somewhere in there. I can't remember. I should know that because I'm a history teacher, but I'm sorry, I don't.
Whatever. So yeah, all right. There was a West Germany in 1988 in this movie, and then by 1992 there wasn't.
Yeah, right.
That's cool.
Right. So my next scene is when they're sitting there, and she's talking about she's reading a book, and he's like taping his sticks up, and they start making fun of each other's schooling. Yeah. And he finds out she didn't go to college, and she was
tutors.
Yeah, but I had the best tutors.
Excellent tutors.
The best tutors. Yeah, I like that part. That was my next. Like when the more like as they learned more about themselves, each other. I really like that. That was cool.
Nice. I like how while they're zamboning the ice at her like private ice rink inside of her barn, like she just has like a recliner there and like a book, and I don't know how long it takes, like, but long enough to like sit underneath the quilt and like read a book.
Yeah. She's kicking back, relaxing.
Yeah. Cool. My next scene is in that same setting, but it's not that same scene. It's the first time they meet at the barn. She has like her dad is ultra rich and they live in Greenwich, Connecticut, and they have this like barn with a private skating rink, and he flies out from Minnesota to do a tryout. And I laughed out loud like 3 times. They just kept insulting each other. Like the freaking dialogue was so good, and they were just, it was great.
Dude, their banter and their chemistry is so good.
Yeah, dude, they were both really good, and the dialogue was really good. And yeah, their chemistry is great. You could tell like they're both super quick with it, like just ripping each other. Oh man, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, that I'm totally with you. That was a good part. The whole music that was set. Well, there's a bunch of different music that they used throughout the thing, but the B-roll footage where they're just like showing stuff leading up to the barn and him walking in the barn. There's like a soundtrack back there that just sounds like you hit like demo on my Casio keyboard, and then they just called it Like, all right, that's it. This one was written by Casio. That's all I can think of. The whole time I was like, this is definitely sample.
Yeah. All right, what's your last scene?
My last one is every single skating montage throughout the whole movie, where they're training. That culminates with
toe pick.
Then that's one of the things too. Like when they were doing that, the '90s song sound. I think it might have been the same song that was in the back of the trailer. It was like like that kind of song, and she was singing in the background when they were doing that part with the toe pick. And then when they switched and they were trying to play ice hockey, it was like a less '90s song. It was like a more rock and country song. But I don't know. The music fit really good with all of those montages. And there was a lot of montages.
There were a lot of montages. There were a lot of... Because this movie takes place over like an 18-month to 2-year time period. So there's a lot of montages to show they're like training, they're jogging together. And yeah. And some of the music behind the montages was fantastic. And some of it, horrible.
Yeah, horrible bad.
There was one that was, I think, was like the Casio keyboard sample music that I really hated. I was like, oof. That one is brutal.
During the jogging one, I actually made a note that said, wow, Great Value Paul Rudd's like running backwards and the whole time it's just dun, 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 dun. I'm like, oof, that's bad.
Yeah, the score I really liked. Like the original music composed for the movie I really liked, but some of the stuff in the soundtrack that played during the film was like, oh man, that was terrible.
Yeah, so what's your third?
My last one is he goes back to the bar that his brother owns in Minnesota. Everyone thinks he's been in the Merchant Marines, and he's got to tell him that he's not playing hockey. He's not in the Merchant Marines. He's actually been figure skating. And the whole bar is like, hey, Dougie, come over here. It's been so long since we've... Like, everyone knows him. And it's like toothless, white-haired, old, like, Jethro Tull guys. And it's like freaking, plaid shirt, 6 buttons undone, like bar skanks. Like, everybody is all up in his business. And it's like a record scratch. Like, he's like, I've been figure skating. And I just really...
You say finger painting?
Did he say finger painting? And then one guy's like, you still got your sea legs? He's like, figure skating. Dude, but for whatever reason, when that scene happened, it really reminded me. Tell me if you remember this old Pace Picante commercial where all the like cowboys are sitting around the campfire and like passing around the salsa. And then one of the guys goes, this stuff's made in New York City.
New York City.
Get a rope.
That really burns my hide.
The outrage from the crowd and then the dead silence. Dude, I just kept thinking of that Pace Picante commercial, and I am going to find that on YouTube and put it in the show notes because I loved that commercial when I was a kid.
Hey, Cookie, more pecani sauce. This ain't Pace Pecani sauce.
What's the difference?
Cookie, Pace Pecani sauce is made in San Antonio with fresh vegetables and spices by people who know what pecani sauce is supposed to taste like.
This stuff's made in New York City?
New York City?
Get a rope.
Pick up the original pecani sauce. Pick up the Pace.
Yeah, dude, what about his brother afterwards? He's like, they gonna make you shave your legs? Or do they shave your legs? And he's like, gotcha. Yeah, that was good stuff. That was a good choice. I totally forgot about the bar. I should have put the bar in mine too. Bar's my honorable mention. I like that bar.
That may be the first movie ever that we didn't have any of the same scenes. This is great.
Yeah,
I love this.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Chad's gonna be delighted. What about quotes?
Quotes. I can't not put toe pick.
I know.
Toe pick's in there.
I didn't put toe pick in there, and I felt really dumb for not doing it because it's by far the most memorable part of this movie. Like,
toe
always
pick.
bet on black.
Yeah.
Like, toe pick. It just like, you could say that line, and anyone who saw this knows what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
absolutely.
I don't know what it means, but they say it like 15 times in the movie. It's part of the figure skate, apparently on the front, that's called the toe pick. He keeps falling down while they're practicing together.
Yeah, because like, isn't the front of the hockey skate is just smooth all the way in front, so you can put your toe down and it doesn't do anything. The toe pick like stops you, right? And you can do like...
Oh, so you can like spin around and stuff on it? I mean, we grew up in Louisiana. We don't know anything about ice skating.
Right. When you do the triple axel that you know so well, you have to hit that toe pick to lift yourself off the ground.
You plant on that and then like launch off of it? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. And I'm backing this up with actual information that I just made up.
The first one I have is when they're talking about her having a boyfriend. She's making some comment about him being a womanizer, and he's like, "Do you have a boyfriend?" He's like, "I have a boyfriend named Hale. He's an MBA. He went to Harvard. Perhaps you've heard of it." And it's like, where is he? I don't ever see him around. It's like, he's working for my father's business in London. And Great Value Paul Rudd goes, "Oh, I bet you look pretty good from a few thousand miles away." And when I was a kid, I just thought that was a sick burn, and I wanted to recognize
it is a sick burn. That's hysterical. That's fantastic. I remember clapping when he said that one.
Oh, dude, she's such a freaking princess that I love when he like takes her down with that stuff. It's like, you did go to college.
She's so very matter of fact about everything she says, and he's down to earth and takes her down. I like it.
The next quote you and I both have, I'll play the audio.
Yeah, do the thing.
It's Christmas and we skate. I have the flu and we skate. I have a boyfriend in London that I never see. I skate every day for you so that you can play Dr. Frankenstein with this guy. I show up every morning for 7 months so that you can give him 2 days to go off whoring in New York City.
He's not entirely correct.
He went to Boston.
Whoring in New York
City. He's not entirely correct. He went to Boston.
That's a good accent.
The guy that plays, thank you, Anton Pamchenko, the skating coach, Roy Dotrice, is freaking so funny.
Yeah, he was really good. I couldn't tell if his beard was real, and that was bothering me because I kept staring at it.
I couldn't tell either if his beard was real. I feel like maybe not.
It looked like it was glued on there, but it did make a difference. He had the little hat.
Dude, he was great, and he is a super interesting guy that I'm going to tell you about when we get to characters. But what's your third?
Oh, nice.
What's your third quote? Toe pick? No, you already did toe pick.
No, I did toe pick, and then no, it's in Boston. My third one that I had is when the boyfriend Hale, he says, "I don't like to see her upset." And then it's like a throwaway line, but great value Paul Rudd. He's like, if I was you, I'd invest in blindfolds. Because she's always upset, and it was really good.
Oh, that was really good.
Fantastic.
This movie's got great dialogue. There's a bunch of really good lines. I had a lot to choose from. My third one was when they were in the Olympics, and he had the button undone, and they were getting ready to start their program, and they were arguing back and forth, and she was like, button it. He was like, I'm not buttoning it. And then he finally culminates it where it's like, if this button was the difference between freezing to death or living forever, I still wouldn't give you the satisfaction. And then the thing starts. Oh my God.
He was like staring her right in the face and then staring off into the middle distance, finishing what he said and just walked off. It's fantastic.
Dude, they're back and forth.
He killed it. I love this dude in Ant-Man. He was good.
That was like the 17th argument they got in the movie, but I was always excited for it.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. He killed it.
All right, characters. I got DB Sweeney, not in any particular order, but he's one of my three. I don't understand this guy's career. He's a good actor. He's funny. Like, he's got pretty good range. Like, he got some charisma, but he just never really took off.
I also had him down. The way he did the she always did the wide-eyed stare thing, and he always did the open mouth, like gaping mouth stare. Like those, like both of those were their go-to moves, and I liked them. But I don't know. I could see why maybe they didn't. What other movies was he in?
Yeah, I mean, he did. He was Shoeless Joe Jackson in 8 Men Out. He was in Memphis Belle. And then he was Dish Bogut in Lonesome Dove in the TV movie, which is one of my all-time favorites. And then he just like did some little bits here and there, and he did some TV, but he just never did this might have been his biggest movie role, like a lead in a romantic comedy.
I remember him in 8 Men Out, and I remember him in Memphis Belle, but I know what Lonesome Dove is, but I've never seen it. And I'm saying I am a little shocked that he's never done more.
I am. The 80s had a lot of, and the 90s too, had a lot of really good male actors, especially for like romantic comedy stuff. But I'm surprised he didn't do more because I thought he was very good. Yeah,
well, I'm sure he's still alive. We can hire him when this podcast becomes a movie. Great value Paul Rudd can play me.
All right, who's your next character?
Anton Pamchenko is the guy that, he was really good. And I know you want to talk about him, so do the thing. Tell me about him.
Roy Dotrice. This guy won a Tony Award for his theatrical work. Late in his life, got into the Guinness Book of World Records for doing the most character voices in an audiobook. He voiced the audiobooks for the Game of Thrones books. Which makes sense because there's like 1,000 named characters in that series. And even though he's playing a Russian in this movie, in real life, he's British. And if you don't think that he's badass as an actor, he fought in World War II and spent 3 years in a German POW camp.
Jeez. That guy's a hard-ass pterodactyl.
Yeah, he is absolutely a hard-ass pterodactyl.
That's nuts.
Yeah, I was going to have him as an honorable mention just because I hate to have my 3 favorite characters be the 3 top billed characters that talk the most. But when I started reading about him, I was like, nope, he's getting bumped up because this dude's just too freaking good not to.
Well, my favorite character at first was the black person, but then I remembered, there were no black people anywhere in this movie. So
It's weird that a figure skating movie set in Greenwich, Connecticut didn't have a lot of black people in it.
And all I think of is Chris Rock. There's no black people in Minnesota. There's Prince and Kirby Puckett.
Yeah. Who's your other character?
But so I picked the top three. I picked Kate Mosley.
I did too, man. Moira Kelly.
She was good.
Yeah.
She played a good... You could tell when she softened up, and she's a good actress, I think. I'm sure she hasn't done a lot of stuff either, but whatever. She's still good in my book.
Yeah, I used to love Moira Kelly. She like I had a crush on her big time back when this movie came out, which is kind of weird because like mean brunettes is not normally my thing, but like this movie, she's in With Honors in '94 with Brendan Fraser and Joe Pesci.
Fantastic.
She's the voice of Nala in The Lion King, and like by the time all those three were done, I was like, Moira Kelly, that's my jam right there. I love her.
I knew those two. Is there anything else big that she was in?
She was in West Wing for the first season, then she got written off. Like she just didn't mesh with Aaron Sorkin or whatever. And I kind of thought that she disappeared after that, but really what happened was she did like 7 seasons of One Tree Hill, and I never watched that, so I thought she had disappeared, but she was working the whole time. So yeah, she went to TV, but she had a pretty decent movie career, especially in the early half of the 90s. The latter half, not as much.
Yeah, I remember With Honors. She was awesome in that.
Yeah, she was great in that. And I like, that's only a couple movies, but I those were movies I saw a lot of, and I always liked her. I thought she was good, and she was really good in this.
Me too. Yeah, I'm totally with you.
I don't think it's that big of a stretch for her to play a snooty, sarcastic princess. That's how I'm going to say that. But she still did a good job.
Yeah, she did. She did a great job. So is that
those are my three: D.B.
person?
Sweeney, Moira Kelly, Ray Dotrice. I hate to pick the 3 top build, but they just were all so good.
Yeah, and there was no dog, so I didn't know
I got
who else
honorable
to go
mention
with.
for her dad, Jack Mosley, because he's got the tiny, thin mustache.
Yeah. Dude, the Vincent Price mustache. I wrote that down too.
Dude, do you remember he was Howard Hughes in The Rocketeer, and he had the exact same... Like, this movie, he looked and dressed exactly the same as he did in The Rocketeer.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, thin mustache, like, big, heavy overcoat that he would wear. Like, he'd be sitting down, and he'd have the overcoat draped over his shoulders, with a suit underneath it and, like, a scarf.
I remember you and Joe really liking Rocketeer.
Yes.
You should go back and watch it now. Ruin your childhood.
And also, the Jack Mosley is his name in the movie. Terry O'Quinn is his name in real life. And in real life, he's only 15 years older than Moira Kelly. But yeah, those are the characters I got. You have any background stuff, writer, director?
No, I don't. I mean... All
right, buckle up. This movie's written by Tony Gilroy. And you can tell. Tony Gilroy is a massive, massive screenwriter. I'm a giant. Let me tell you what this guy has written. He wrote all 4 Bourne movies. He directed number 4 with Jeremy Renner. He wrote Devil's Advocate. He wrote and directed Michael Clayton. He got Oscar nominations for both writing and direction. Co-wrote Armageddon. Co-wrote Rogue One.
It's pretty awesome.
This dude is responsible for $1.2 billion in box office, and that's not counting Rogue One, which is another billion just on its own.
That's pretty crazy.
Truth be told, I'd never heard of this guy until I looked it up, and I was like, okay, this dude is one of the 5 biggest screenwriters that's alive.
He also wrote Bait.
Yeah.
With Jamie Foxx.
Yes.
That was the only one that I wrote down that you didn't say.
Yeah, dude. He's written a lot more than what I said, but I just kind of captured the biggest stuff. He wrote, what's it called with Julia Roberts? I don't remember.
Duplicity.
Yeah, Duplicity, because I got excited for a second because I thought it was Multiplicity, but it's not. It's just Duplicity, which I don't care about.
That's different.
She touched my peppy, Steve.
Good party, Steve. Oh, man. What year is that?
I think it's 93 or 94. It's coming up.
Oh, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, but this is his first screenplay, and you can tell, the concepts are not really that original, but the movie, I think, is really, it's tight, the pacing's great, the dialogue's great, characterization's great. You can already tell, this dude knows his stuff, and is probably going to be awesome.
I agree. I liked there's a bunch of movies that he did that I like. I've seen them, all the ones you've mentioned.
And the director didn't do a ton of stuff, but he did do something that you probably will know. He was Starsky on the original TV show, Starsky and Hutch.
Right. I did look that up. That's pretty awesome.
Paul Michael Glaser is his name, the director.
Yeah, he was in the second Starsky and Hutch with Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
And what's his name? He made a cameo in that.
Yeah, he had a cameo in that. That's the only stuff I had for best. Oh, I did want to say, I looked up when Great Value Paul Rudd was still trying to get to play hockey. He was building houses or whatever, or he was tending bar, I don't know. But his brother got in an argument saying hey, your career's over, everybody knows it but you. And he was like, here's your 23rd letter. It's from Detroit Red Wings, and it says, "Dear Doug, go piss up a rope," or whatever. And I was, so I was trying to figure out, I was like, 23 is a weird number because didn't think there were 23 NHL teams. So I went back and looked it up.
Yeah.
In 1991, the league expanded to 22 teams. And in 92, they expanded again to 24 teams. There never was a season where there were 23 NHL teams. But I looked a little bit further. The part of this movie where this happens is supposedly 1990, when he gets the letter from the 23rd team. And in 1990, the NHL had 21 teams, but had agreed to expand by 2 more. So in 1990, when this movie was set, there were 21 teams with 2 expansion teams coming.
Nice.
And what ended up happening is, since before the 2 expansion teams got there, another expansion team slipped in a season before them.
That's crazy. Because I heard 23 also, and I was like, 23 teams? I think they have 30-something now. There's no way it jumped that big, but I guess it did.
It did. They expanded 2 seasons in a row, which I think was kind of crazy. But yeah, and they've expanded. I don't know whether they have 30 teams or 32 teams now, but yeah.
They got Jacksonville. They got Carolina.
All right, worst? You got any worst?
I do have some worst. Yeah, so he puts on his 69.95 tux. He's looking very svelte. I like it. As soon as he walks in, super loud and over-aggressive party music. I myself used to play in a band that played party music, and I wasn't allowed to sing like I normally sing. I had to sing lower, and they were singing Love Shack, and they sang It's Not Over Till It's Over, It Ain't Over Till It's Over. But both of them were super loud, and the guy's going, like, they just talked regular, but I don't know if it was the mix or that's how actually loud they were, but I didn't like it. And then you can finish that scene with them counting down for New Year's, all with sparklers inside
the mansion in Greenwich. Everyone's got sparklers. Everyone is drunk and wearing tuxes and fancy dresses and is holding fire.
In the house. I was like, it has got to smell like a breath of fresh ass in there. I can't believe sparklers stink. And when it's all of them and they're in the, what are they doing? What? I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that scene didn't bother me. But now that you're talking about it, the one thing that movies led me to believe happened that never has happened in my real life is, like, in New Year's and movies, everybody makes out with everybody else. Just like, hey, now's the time. Just kiss whoever. It's totally fine. It happens in a ton of movies.
You're not.
I've been to like 30 New Year's parties. That's never happened.
You're not doing it right, man. You just got a freaking HPV all up in that. Just start making out with whoever.
Yeah, I mean, like you might give a friend like a peck on the cheek and like dap somebody up, or give them a hug, and like kiss whoever you're there with. But I never was at a New Year's party where it's like, hey, I'm gonna full on like a hard tongue everybody at this party while All Lang Syne is playing. That never happened.
We're going hard tongue all up in it.
My first scene is the Kate's old coach just like comes by the barn in Connecticut to tell her not to compete like a friggin' psycho.
Yeah, well, dude, he's trying to win.
Like, where did he come from that he's like, he just popped in to Connecticut to go like, please don't compete. You're going to embarrass yourself. I don't want that for you. And then he leaves.
Right.
That was just such a bizarre thing for a human to do.
Dude, he was just getting inside of her head. He was trying to win.
I guess, but no one thought they were going to be any good because no one had ever heard of him before. Yeah,
I think he knew. He knew. That's how I took it. I took it as that dude.
He was trying to get in her head.
Get her off her game. Yeah, he was talking that noise before tip off and just trying to get all up in there. Like when I do paper rock scissors, and everybody goes, "What did he just say?" And I'm like, "Rock sucker, got you." And
then we already talked about the overly complicated tequila shots for the first time ever drinking. That's not the move. Don't do that. And then
don't do that.
The last scene that I had was they're doing their final skate at the Olympics, and beforehand they're saying like, "Oh, I love you," and then they skate. He throws her in the air and he catches her, and then she's like, "I love you too." It's that's so.
He traveled.
Travel.
It's totally a walk.
Turnover. It's a romantic comedy. I understand they're going to say "I love you" and kiss and whatever, but that was just so. That was the one part of the movie that felt contrived to me. Is like, hey, it's the Olympics. By the way, we have a chance to win it. I love you, and she's like, "Cool, let's do the move. I love you too." No.
If it makes you feel any better, we still don't know if they won.
No, we don't. Well, they won because they love each other. But yes, we don't know if they won the Olympics. The case might still be empty.
The real gold medal was the people we met along the way. What? They ended it and they were just kissing on the ice, and I was like,
yeah, they were making out on national TV on the ice We don't know if they won.
We don't see them actually stand on the podium.
We don't know what the
medal.
East German judge scored it as, but it seemed like the figure skating community probably is not into that, people making out. It seems like they were super, like, they didn't want anybody to shake it up. So, and Tanya also taught me that the figure skating community does not like when people shake it up. So I feel like they probably didn't win the gold medal now that you mention it.
I do like Tanya. I have a couple more worse that I would like to mention. Every time they showed a girl who was supposed to be super hot, they backlit the heck out of her. Like the redhead that was
Lori Pekarovsky.
Yeah, Lori Pekarovsky.
Wendy Peppercorn.
Oh, what's her name?
Lori Pekarovsky.
Pekarovsky. It was like they just took the lampshade off, turned it on.
Dude, it was like they turned on the spotlight that's the bat signal and put it behind her because she had like this giant feathered like red hair, and you could see like light blasting through it.
Yes. Yes, it was seeping through. And they did that a couple of different times, and I didn't like that. But that's a very 80s and 90s thing to do. That's how you knew she was hot.
That and the fact that her hair like is wider than her shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, but that's because she's from Connecticut. One last thing. Kate did a lot of looking out of the window. Like there's a lot of times where it's like raining and she's like wearing a hockey thing, knees up, just like looking out the window. She's like brushing her hair after getting out of the shower, like naked, standing at the window. There's one time where she's just looking out of the window. I was like, is this like trying to allude that she's trapped and she feels trapped in there? Or I don't know what they were trying to convey there, but there was a lot of staring out the window. That
was a metaphor, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, there was a lot. There's a lot of staring out the window.
So that was my last worst scene. That's my last thing.
Yeah, I didn't have any old tech. I mean, there definitely was old tech in this, but I didn't capture any. Did you?
Well, yeah. So when they did the play-by-play in color person, when they showed them, first of all, still sitting really close together, just like they do now. But there was tube televisions that they were looking at, and then they like cut to them in the waiting area, waiting for those people to fall over so they can take the first place or second place. And those they had tube televisions in that waiting area, and I was like, oh yeah, they didn't have any like flat panel TVs back then.
Yes. Worst effects, the only thing I had was Anton's beard, if it was fake.
Yeah, it was definitely fake.
It looks fake.
Wait. I just saw something else that I want to say about the old stuff. She was looking for her earring.
Yeah.
In the thing, where was it? Do you remember?
He was in the ashtray.
In the ashtray?
Yeah, of the fancy hotel room.
When was the last time you saw an ashtray? Straight up.
Before the pandemic, last time I went to Waffle House, I can almost guarantee it.
I thought you can't smoke in Waffle House, can you?
I don't know. You probably can in Tennessee. No, that's an excellent question. I don't have any idea when the last time I saw an ashtray was. Remember, they had them on airplanes. Like you couldn't smoke in it. You couldn't smoke on airplanes in the 90s, but they still had ashtrays built into the airplanes because they were built in the 70s.
Yeah, they were filled with little tiny silver gun wrapper balls.
Yeah,
like people were just shoving trash in there. When they said, he's like, it's right here in the ashtray. Or when he pulls it out, Jake was like, what was that? I was like, that's an ashtray. He's like, what is that? I was like, like when you're smoking a cigarette and you knock the ashes off in the ashtray. It's a tray that holds them. He's like, that's weird.
It's super weird. Also, there was a spittoon at one point in time that people would spit tobacco into that just lived in the corner of the room. But now it's all digital, so it's cool. We don't need that anymore.
Right. Now it's vape. And one more thing, the caffeine-free Diet Coke sign during Nationals. Caffeine-free Diet Coke. That is just bubbly brown water. That's worse than Tab.
Oh, my dad used to drink caffeine-free Diet Coke. I remember it was like we had it all the time, always around the house.
Dude, but that's the thing. Like, you're not getting caffeine. You're not getting sugar. Like, what are you drinking it for?
I don't know. It's just fizzy brown syrup.
It tastes like booty. I didn't like it at all. I mean, I would drink it because it was the only thing there. It's not just Diet Coke. It's caffeine-free Diet Coke.
Caffeine-free Diet Coke. Do you have any other worst effects?
I mean, are you going to... Wait, I do, actually. Well, and I meant to talk about this. I had it in the beginning and I missed it.
Yeah.
I know that these two guys, the two main characters, didn't know how to skate when they got the job. And then they spent like 3 months learning to skate. Learning to skate is one thing. You could easily tell it was a stunt double when they were doing the thing. What I didn't like is they didn't pull the camera back even for just like, like not when they're doing the triple axel, but when they're leading up to that and they're just skating around in a big arc and they're about to jump. They could have showed them doing that, right? Instead, it was just like some dude pulling them on a piece of cardboard, and the shot was from nipple up, and that's all you saw. And I didn't like that, and I could tell that they weren't skating, and it made me upset.
Dude, that's funny because I was actually thinking that they both skated, Moira Kelly especially, but like they both skated a lot in the movie, like them full frame while they're talking. You can see that it's actually them. They weren't doing the figure skating stuff. They weren't doing the double, triple axles.
Right.
But like just regular skating around while they're talking was them a lot. And like,
that part
I was impressed with, because I can't skate at all. Right. And I actually thought that the stunt work was pretty good because I was looking, because, you know, it's like, oh, hey, they're going to do the thing where he spins her around. He's getting ready to throw her. I go, that's definitely not Moira Kelly and great value Paul Rudd. I'm going to try and see if I can see the stunt person's face. And I really never could.
No, there was a lot of silhouettes and shadows and stuff. And I'm with you. I think my thing is I just wanted to see more. Every time they showed them on the figure skating ice, they could have been in a wheelchair. I have no idea. Like, there's no way to tell what they were doing, and that bothered me.
Well, luckily they fixed that in I, Tonya, because they just digitally mapped what's her name's face, Margot Robbie, to the actual skater doing the skating.
Yeah, that was.
But this is not T2, so they couldn't do that in this movie.
They have $4 million to work with. You're not digitally adding anything.
Political incorrectness, other than it being white as the driven snow.
White as the driven snow as I watch it fall
in Greenwich,
outside
Connecticut.
of my house. In Greenwich, Connecticut. No, I don't. I didn't have any. Did you?
No. Except, I mean, there were only a couple of references to gay people in figure skating, which I actually thought was pretty good. Like, you could tell that, like, her former partner, when he met Great Value, Paul Rudd, was like wearing a sparkly jumpsuit and like raised one very well manicured eyebrow. I was like, I could see why you've been keeping him a secret. I was like, oh, I guess he's supposed to be gay. But that was as much as happened.
You're right, and you could tell that Great Value Paul Rudd didn't like that he was the object of that man's affection, but they didn't go out of the way to.
Yes, I actually thought they did a pretty good job. And truthfully, I don't know how you make a movie about a rich girl who figure skates and have it not be a white person. So I don't even know that I can fix that if we recast.
There's definitely rich black people. Yeah, I got no other political correctness, though.
Okay, 5 questions. The same 5 questions we do for every movie. Question number 1, is it okay for kids? What age and why?
I showed it to my kids. There was no sex. The language, there was like hell and damn. I think there was a bitch. All stuff my kids have heard before. There is some smoking and drinking, but mostly pretty good. There wasn't, as far as violence, the hockey thing, and he broke his nose when he got hit with the hockey puck, which is Kat's favorite part. There's that part, but that's not real. That's not real violence, right? That's not like stabbing somebody. So with all that said, I gave it 8, 9, somewhere in there. Cece loved it and watched it, but I don't know that she understood a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't get the nuances of what they were trying to do and all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if this is rated PG or PG-13. I feel like probably PG-13, but yeah, it seems like there's some mild language.
Yeah, it's PG.
Would this movie get made if it were pitched today?
I say yes, right? Do people still like finger skate? Can you change the sport and still do it?
I'm sure you can. The hard part for me is anybody still making romantic comedies? I know they make really bad Hallmark Christmas movies that are kind of romantic comedies, but do they make big budget Julia Roberts' My Best Friend's Wedding romantic comedies? I don't either. I wish that they would. So that's the sticking point for me. It's hey, if you pitch a romantic comedy, is anybody going to make it? I hope so, because I would watch it.
Yeah, it would get. You think it would get sent straight to?
If a streaming site does a sports romantic comedy, I'll watch that.
I'll have to talk to my people and see if we can get something going. Yeah, I don't know. Now that you say that, I don't remember seeing a romantic comedy. What do people watch now that want to?
I don't know. I feel like episodic television is kind of taken over because streaming sites are producing so much content. So it's if somebody had an idea for this, they would just go let's just make it a 9-episode series and just do that.
I don't like that.
I don't either. I want to go to the movie theaters and eat popcorn and have it be super loud while it's happening, and then 90 minutes later walk away and go home.
Right. I don't want to invest stuff. Yeah, I'm totally with you. I don't know that there's romantic comedies. Now that's killing me. I want to know what's come out lately. I'm sure there has been. There was one where the girl was Asian and the guy was rich Asian, and it was called
Crazy Rich Asians.
Crazy Rich Asians. I
Yeah.
probably could have came up with that. That was kind of a romantic comedy.
It was kind of a romantic comedy. I'm trying like honestly, the last big romantic comedy that I saw in the theaters, and I might not have even seen it in the theaters, but that I remember came out in the theaters was like The Breakup, Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston, and that was like 2006 or something like that.
There had to be other ones. I'm going to look that up.
No, there definitely were.
That's weird. I need to start watching romantic comedies again. No wonder I'm so angry. I'm just watching horror movies and comic book movies.
Yeah, and reading the news. Movie or TV show?
Movie.
Agreed. I'm with it. Who do you have to remake it? Who's your recast?
For great value, Paul Rudd, I put in Paul Rudd. That's who I want to do that. And only because I've been seeing her in a lot of stuff lately, and I really like her and the way she acts. Zendaya. I want to see her do this figure skating thing.
Yeah, I thought about Zendaya. I feel bad because, like, if I want to cast, like, a black actress, I can only think of, like, 3, and I've already put them all in a bunch of movies, including Zendaya, but she's great, and I would very happily watch her do this or anything else.
That's who I put. Who'd you put?
I normally like to try to, like, make it not all white people in the recasting, but this movie's so white, it's rich people figure skating, I was like, I think it's going to be all white again. I got... Moira Kelly, I got Emma Watson.
Ooh.
Because I feel like she could be snooty. I think she's like low-key snooty.
Yeah.
DB Sweeney, I got Liam Hemsworth, the younger Hemsworth brother. Like, he's beefy, but I think he's kind of funny. I think he could do it.
He could pull it off, absolutely.
And I also have, for Anton Pamchenko, I've got John Malkovich, so that he can do the same terrible Russian accent that he did in Rounders.
Oh, man. Nice. I like that. Those are all good calls. But yeah, dude, that's awesome. I like those choices. It's good stuff.
Can you still watch and enjoy this movie in 2022? For me, the answer is an enthusiastic, all caps, yes.
For me, it is not all caps, but yes. Capital Y, yes.
Yeah, but your whole family loved this. You might end up watching this movie again.
Dude, Cece's already watched it again since we watched it 3 days ago.
It's so good.
She loves it. Yeah, she walks around. We were at Jake's basketball game, and she was going, toe pick.
That's phenomenal. I love it. You can find it for rent, $2.99, $3.99, YouTube, Apple, Amazon Prime. I didn't find it streaming anywhere for free. I think if you have Showtime streaming, you can see it for free, but I didn't want to sign up for that. So
none of those are free.
No, it's definitely not. Next episode, Captain Ron.
Captain Ron.
Yeah, please subscribe, rate, and review. If you enjoy what we're doing and you want to help us out, the absolute best way that you can do it is to just tell people what we're doing. Share it with some friends that you think that might like it. Post it on your social media. And also, we'd love to hear from you. Send us an email, leave us a review, join us on Discord, talk to us about the movies. We want to make content for the people that are listening. So we'd love to hear from those of you that are listening about what we could do that you would enjoy.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Cool. You got anything else?
Nope. Don't quit your day job.
Don't quit your day. Toe pick.
Toe pick. Thanks for listening to Movie Life Crisis. Please subscribe, rate, and review, and remember, don't drive angry.